Welcome. Thank you for visiting my kitchen. My name is Cassandra Patterson. I live in the Tampa Bay area of sunny Florida. I own my own business. I am an interior decorator, and I have been doing this business for about 5 years. For several decades previous to that, I was an electrical designer, emphasizing mostly in lighting design for large hotels and for large industrial buildings. I'd like to take you on a tour of our kitchen that we comfortably call a Parisian cafe with a slight modern flair. As when we were deciding to make the makeover of our kitchen, we wanted something that was warm and inviting, and at the same time that would function well, as where we do a lot of entertaining, have guests over frequently, and as in most kitchens, all of our guests usually end up in the kitchen area. As we circle around the kitchen, you'll be able to see the standard form and function of how the kitchen was laid out, but I'd like to, as opposed to showing those parts to you, I'd like to show you some unique things that we added to the kitchen. The first thing being the wallpaper that we selected and found that has various menus from cafes and bistros all over Paris. Not only is it quite a conversation piece, but it also draws the colors and complements well the granite stone that we use for countertops. Moving around over here to the slide-in convection range that we selected, you will see that our backsplash is fashioned from wine and champagne corks that we have amassed over the years from family and friends, and quite frequently friends will come in and say, "Wow, ooh la la, did you drink all that wine?" Admittedly so, we'll have to say not. And but I had seen it done as a bulletin board on several occasions and thought it might add a lot of little French flair to the other part of our Parisian style kitchen. Another thing I'd like to mention, we selected white appliances, the 3 French door style refrigerator, the sliding range, and the 2-drawer dish drawer. The reason why is I thought white was timeless. Appliance colors seem to change readily across the board, and white seems to just be something that's always there. I'm standing in front of the island. It looks like a normal island, and it is in most respects, but it's very special to myself and my husband, as my father constructed this when we purchased this home years ago and did not want to not be able to use it. So we just recovered it with the cafe style and color cabinetry and bar stools, which also complement the chocolate swirling in the granite that we selected. The next thing I'd like to show you is the bookcase that we have that houses my collection of cookbooks. I have been collecting these since I was a teenager, and as well as decorating, I love to cook. I have an excess of nearly 200 cookbooks, and for years they were in every nook and cranny all over my house. Talk about kitchen disorganization. Well, my husband, with my dad's help, and I constructed this cabinetry so we could put all of my cookbooks in the kitchen. I loved the availability of having them close, as well as the color and what they add to the kitchen. Well, adding the bookcase, it also allowed us the availability when we were building it out to add a walk-in pantry. I just love this walk-in pantry. It now gives us storage, and it's been such an asset to the kitchen that we never had before. And then this side of the kitchen, we have the wet bar entertainment area that we designed to as wine storage, as well as the little drawers to hold little bar improvements. Then we also took 24-inch cabinets, mounted them on a vertical with pneumatic hinges to make for the ease of entertaining. We also did a mounted vessel sink, which I really love for that little modern flair we were talking about, and the pump faucet, which reminds me, I was born on a farm, and it reminds me of being brought up with the old hand pump we used to have outdoors. We added the coffee, the wing table with the coffee stain and chairs to match the bar recruitment. So that's our kitchen. Thank you for visiting again. I would, in closing, would like to say that it would be an extreme pleasure to be added to the team doing the Country Living 2009 House of the Year. With my dedication and devotion to my career, as well as my love of decorating, I do believe that I would be an asset to your team. Thank you again for coming to see our kitchen. Au revoir.